Okay, great.
Okay, thank you. So we are in portion of Yitro, and it's the portion of the 10 utterances, which is really, it's all about us, right? So everything that we study with Kabbalah, it really speaks about us. So we read Zohar verses 505 till 512, right?
Yes.
Yes, 12. And really, the Zohar speaks of the first word of the 10 utterances, which is Anochi, which literally speaking of I, and really goes deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's really endless how deep it goes to explain and to elaborate what the means of the Torah when the Torah says Anochi. And all of this verse is speaking about the force, the light force of God, and speaking of us and our relations with that. So while we read, I want to ask you a question, guys. What did you feel, sense, understand, connect about your relationship with the Creator when we read that? Please, Joel.
I felt the incredible power of the tools that we've been given, such secrets to connect through the Yud Kei Vav Kei. I mean, the power of the Yud Kei Vav Kei. We just, we say those letters, we say the words, but the secrets behind them are so incredibly powerful that we really have the opportunity to dive deeper and deeper and use them more and more in connecting.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks.
No.
Sorry. Yeah. Strange. Just before we started the reading, I was rushing to just put something in a drawer and then printed out there, like I left it in a top drawer. I wasn't even looking for it, was printed out Yud Kei Vav Kei. So like it was no accident. It was just like it was tapping me on the shoulder to say, here I am. Unbelievable.
Amazing. Amazing. Anybody else wants to share?
Yeah, it's Abigail. What I hear, what is wrote it down, or what I hear that you read is that everything is written down, and maybe, or for sure, we don't see it, but it's there.
You mean the light force is already there?
Even it's there, and it's
even when we don't see it?
Yeah, and he's explained, he said, I am here this way, and explain everything very clear, but we don't see it.
Sometimes.
Yes, sometimes.
Okay. What's differentiate between all individuals of humanity? What is the difference between us, really?
Zero.
Because we read this verse, and it speaks about the mighty of the force, right? And how great and deep and connected and how it controls everything. And we are supposed to follow the 1% behaviors to being able to unify ourselves with that force so we can manifest it in the world. So what differentiates what we feel, what we learn, what we study, what we see, how we experience the light force? What's differentiate?
Vessel.
Right.
Our connection to the light of the Creator.
Who said vessel?
I said vessel. Yeah.
Amazing. Exactly. We have different vessels. We have different tikkun. We have different klipot.
Yeah.
We have different things that we need to overcome. But basically, the light force is endless and all around. And that's what it really wanted to say, this verse. That it's everything. Everything around us. We spoke about it many times. That over here we have the opportunity to really connect on a deep level. That the light force of God is everything. It's within, like, okay. I'm listening to Rav's lecture in my car about Shabbat. I guess it's from the 80s. Eitan is very young there. And it's a discussion between the teachers of how to structure a lecture about Shabbat. And there are said many things on that lecture. But really, if we're coming to understand that everything is the light, everything, really everything. It's like I just realized my washing machine was broke down just like half an hour ago. So it didn't took out all the water. Yeah, I have it for a long time. I really love it. It's doing the job. 4 kids, 6 people, loads of normies in maternity leave, and she's washing all day long. Okay, that's what she does. She's taking care of the baby and she's washing and broke down. Now I have 2 ways of looking at that. One way of looking at it, like we all do, is, oh man, I need to call a technician. He needs to fix it. It's going to cost me. I might need to repair it. It's going to cost more. And all the 1% stuff. The other side of this coin, if I flip the coin and I look at the other side, I see an opportunity to connect to the light, to restrict. An opportunity to restrict. Like the Zohar said in verse 20, when it speaks about the evil inclination. In verse 510, it says, Anochi means that the Holy Temple was purified. The Holy Temple refers to us, to this 1% world. Vezar lo nikrav elav, and no stranger came upon it. Stranger means that there is nothing but the light there. And the temple is shining alone. And in that time, the evil inclination was cancelled and being removed from the world. And the Holy One, blessed be He, was rising. It means that we are being able to connect. And then it says, Anochi Hashem Elokecha, and then it says, I am your God. And it's the secret of a complete holy name. What does it mean? What does it mean? When I read that, I realized how much I don't know. I realized how far I am from fulfilling my purpose in the world and how much work I still have to do. And it got me excited because we are here for the process of connecting the dots, connecting with the light, and being able to remove the darkness away from our lives in our personal experience, in our personal journey. And this broke down machine, or the money that didn't come, or the client that didn't pay, or all the other stuff that happens in a day, they're really here for us to connect, to find new ways to connect ourselves and unify ourselves with the endless light force. And it's really, I want to close this verse. Whenever you feel disconnected or lacking connection, it's like the light is not there. You need to come here to this verse. Come here to this verse and read the Aramaic and connect. Because there's nothing but the light here. Nothing. There's nothing. We need to remember that. We need to engrave that on our hearts. There's really nothing. Everything is the light. It's hard for us to get it. But everything is the light. So let us go and read one of my favorite righteous books, the Ma'or Einayim, which is Rabbi Menachem Mendel of Chernobyl, that he speaks about this portion. And he's giving us a tool, really a tool to connect. So how can we really understand that everything is the light? What he says about this angle of looking at things. he goes, the truth is that a person cannot really exist on a single level of connection. And he gives an example about the angels that are coming and going. They're going up and down all the time. From Ezekiel. When it comes and goes. Which means when an individual is fully connected and unified with the Creator, and he feels the pleasure and fulfillment from that connection, and then it goes away and he's falling down, and in this process of falling down and sort of losing that connection is a secret of a secret. It's called Razin Ilayin. It's the secret of the Torah. And the essence of that, why is it happening? Why should a person fall down from his level? And one purpose of it is that later on, he will come to a greater level of connection. Oh. Okay, let's stop here and discuss that. That we finish the section. That in everything, there needs to be a lack prior to the fulfillment. And when you want to rise up to a higher level, you need to be in a lack, in a greater lack before. And that's why you need to fall down from where you are right now to seem to be a lower degree of connection. And then you rise up to a high level. Now let us discuss that, because this is really deep. This is a really deep secret. Because really what we really want, right? We want endless fulfillment, endless amount of money in the bank, endless love, joy, happiness, healing, blessings, relationships, kids, houses. We want abundance of everything. And this abundance is the fulfillment that we're seeking. And whenever we're connected with the light force, we sense those blessings in our life. And whenever there is a lack of connection, that lack indicates but you're just about to rise to a different level of connection, a higher level of blessings, a higher level of connection. Do you hear all the noise in the background, or it's just my ears?
I think it's Claudia. I think it's Claudia.
No, it's me. It's me.
Can you mute? Oh, Leah, can you mute her, please?
No. I think it's me. It's not.
It's Claudia's microphone.
It's my David is
Unless you're
wanna be
speaking
part
Spanish
of the
in your house.
No, Claudia's muted. I think it's Joseph.
I
Okay.
Claudia, iPhone 2.
Okay, so really, what happens to us when we feel lack? Okay, what happens to us? What happens to us in our day-to-day life when we're feeling lack of something? What happens in our mental system, in our belief system? So usually, what happens is like we submit to it. We're feeling okay. Something's missing. So bad. I'm unhappy. I'm getting depressed. I'm getting worried. I'm worrying about tomorrow. I'm worrying about what am I going to do. I'm submitting to this lack. What's Rabbi Menachem Mendel of Chernobyl telling us? So listen, whenever you feel lack, it's not just that you need to submit to it. You need to understand that this lack means that you are about to receive a deeper, more higher, more powerful connection and blessings in your life.
Amen.
So instead of submitting to it and believe in it and go follow the darkness and believe and inhale this darkness into us, we can stop and say, hey, hold on. Rabbi Menachem Mendel of Chernobyl just taught me that when I feel down, when I feel lack, I need to strengthen my certainty because the higher level is about to come. This is what it means. Nothing else. So instead of feeling pity about my heart condition, instead of let me tell you something personal. Like if I don't have a challenge on a day, I'm worried. I'm worried. Like I'm doing something wrong. If everything is lovey-dovey, everything is happiness and exciting, and besides Shabbat, Shabbat is all about endless fulfillment. But in the days of the week, if I don't have even a little challenge, I know I'm not in the right direction, personally. Like yesterday, I had this really hard conversation with my wife about the future of the business. And she was pounding me hard, She was like, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, you don't have a plan, you don't have this, and I was defending my position. And all of a sudden I realized that she's right. She's right. So I sat down and made a plan with her. And she really helped me out. And today, everything that I did was in the focus of that plan. And manifesting it, the plan out, according to our goals, to our 1% goals from the business. And all of my defending and almost not restricting, when I sat down and realized that, I realized it's a bliss. It was a bliss in disguise. I got so offended. It's my business. It's my thing, it's my baby. I'm working on it for many years. developing it, investing, doing, you know. And all of a sudden she comes along, she says, "You're wrong. Yeah, like you're missing so many things." And I got defensive. But when I was opening up, I realized I can really squeeze the lemon and make orange juice out of the lemon. And it was like, wow. So it was so powerful. I woke up with a ginormous headache. I took 2 Advils just to calm it down. And it's still pounding. It was that big. So, you know, when something happens, we can look at the 1%, you know, get defensive and not doing and just being reactive about it. Or we can dive in and see that that's an opportunity. That's an opportunity to reveal something I could not reveal before. To go deeper and fulfill the desire of the light from me. And that's what women does to us. And if you're a woman, that's what you're supposed to do to your man. Show him where he can be more connected. And if you're a man, when a woman does that to you, she's here to show you where you can connect more. To show you the next level of your connection. Questions, guys?
I will have a
Wow.
question. May
Go ahead.
may I ask? Vincenza. Hi.
Hi, Vincenza.
Is it possible, because over the last few days I have been going through some issues about parts of myself belonging to the past, like weak parts of myself. I was feeling hurted by some behaviors of other people, but I try to understand why in myself those people cause these reactions. Is it possible that because I think that when I accept these parts of myself, even if I don't like those parts, it's easier for me to understand better where this situation come from in my past or also in my present, and how to modify these reactions inside.
Okay.
Inside.
Okay. So first of all, those weeks between the portion of Shmot until the portion of Tetzaver, 8 weeks. It says 6 weeks, but it's really 8 weeks. We have a really big opportunity to elevate sparks we could not elevate before. So all the hard feelings that you feel, all those people that pushing buttons from your past about your behavior, past behavior, current behaviors, and really harsh feelings that you feel, it's really an opportunity to live it on, to go beyond and just to live that tikkun away and to continue on in your life. So it's a really an opportunity in those weeks. This is first thing. Second thing, whenever a hard feeling comes, you know, feelings are not bad. Even if it's bad feelings, it's not bad to feel that. Our reaction to it, it's what determines how we control it or not. So if I feel depressed, if it stops me being depressed, if it stops me from work, it's bad. But feeling sad, it's not a problem. the reaction to it is a problem. So if you have hard feelings about a person, or hard feeling about a situation, or hard feeling about somebody said something to you, if it's hard, so find ways to go beyond it. Find ways to overcome it. Any trick works. Any trick works. So you stay positive and you stay in love and sharing and giving yourself up consciousness. So really keeping the consciousness is really important. It's really something you can work with your personal teacher about. And I guess, guys, we need to finish. We need to move on to the next goals.
Thank you very much.
Anybody else has the questions, you can ask me on the group, and hopefully I can answer that.
Can I say something?
So,
I know. We don't have the time. When I see the wave coming or the tsunami coming emotionally or physically, whatever, what I do, my personal is read more the zohar, especially at midnight. That's my way to ask Hashem. That's my way, and I would recommend it to anybody. I don't know what's going on.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Sorry, guys. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for the tip.
Thank you.